For months, the Doors community has been trying to understand one single question. What exactly are the archives? We've seen mysterious teasers, cryptic videos, strange symbols, and even hidden messages. But I think we're all looking at the wrong clues. Today, we're going to go through every single piece of evidence, from the very first hint to the official trailer. And by the end of this video, I'll share my own theory about what the archives really are, why they exist, and how they could completely change the lore of Doors. The first teaser is titled Unrecoverable. It opens with a plain white screen, presented in a VHS or found footage style, accompanied by a high-pitched, unsettling tone in the background. Suddenly, a stop sign appears, and then the screen cuts to black. A few seconds later, we see someone carrying a cup of coffee while walking toward their desk. One detail immediately stands out. The footage is recorded from a bodycam perspective. The camera isn't handheld, it's attached to the person's body. We can even see a small overlay in the top right corner, suggesting this is a recording from some kind of security or monitoring device. That also tells us something important. We're not watching the original recording. Someone else is showing us this footage, and parts of it appear to be censored. The person sits down, turns on their computer, and opens a file. But almost immediately, the recording begins to glitch. For a brief moment, the screen stabilizes, allowing us to see the computer display. Then, as soon as the file is opened, everything starts to corrupt, as if the file itself contains some kind of virus. The entire screen is eventually flooded with red. For a split second, a poster or document flashes onto the screen. I tried enhancing and analyzing that frame myself, but unfortunately it's too distorted to identify what's actually being shown. And just like that, the video ends. So, what can we learn from this teaser? First, the body cam footage suggests that this person was working for some kind of organization or facility. This wasn't just a normal office. The file they opened seems to have triggered something unexpected. The computer becomes corrupted, the recording starts to fail, and whatever happened was clearly not supposed to happen. In my opinion, this could be the beginning of the catastrophe that destroyed this organization. A virus, or some kind of unknown information, entered their system and caused an event they were completely unprepared for. And what's interesting is that this event could possibly be the origin of the Doors universe itself, the moment where everything started to go wrong. Of course, this is only a theory, but Unrecoverable might be showing us the very first step toward the world we know today. The second major teaser for the archives was released on June 14th, 2026. Once again, we are shown another piece of footage in the same VHS and bodycam style as the previous videos. This time, the recording follows an unknown person inside what appears to be a large waiting area. The location immediately gives the impression of a train station, an airport, or some kind of controlled facility with a queue system and a reception area. However, unlike a normal public place, the entire area seems completely abandoned. There is nobody else around, creating a very strange and unsettling atmosphere. During the recording, the person turns their camera toward a strange green object. But just like in previous footage, this part is censored, meaning someone has intentionally hidden this information from us. The person then approaches a screen displaying "Now serving 13." After taking out their badge, which displays the number 14, the screen changes to "Now serving 14." And immediately after that, something breaks through the door. The timing of this event is one of the most interesting details of the entire teaser. Another small detail that is easy to miss happens when the person walks toward the window. we can hear a familiar Doors melody playing quietly in the background, while outside, we see heavy rain. This is interesting because the rain strongly resembles the atmosphere of the hotel, the first major area of Doors. Finally, the person reaches a door marked F027. After scanning their badge, the door opens. But before they can enter, another door suddenly opens on its own. And that's where the recording ends. So, what can we actually take from this video? Honestly, I think this one gives us some pretty interesting clues. The whole place feels like it belongs to some kind of organization, with the waiting area, the numbered system, and all these restricted doors. Then we have now serving 13, changing to 14. The second this person gets called, something breaks through the door. That timing feels way too intentional to be random. And once again, parts of the footage are censored, meaning someone is clearly hiding information from us. Finally, we have the rain and that subtle Doors melody in the background. To me, all of this points toward one idea. The archives might actually be the organization where the whole Doors universe began.